Hello everyone. How's it going? Let me make sure we're all set up properly. Hi folks. Huh. How did y'all get all the way over there? Let's get y'all back on the screen. So, just a note of warning. We all are a tiny bit under the weather today, so the voice sounds off. It's fine. Hello, Foopies. Congrats on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Hello, you too. Hello, Shaded Demon. Thank you for the bits. Hello, Wispy. Hello, Orm. Hello, Shining. Hello, Warcraft Taker. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, SK Gaming. Yo, unexpected die. Let's go. We're so good at this. Unsure if it's a fever. I think it's just something with my voice, which is why we didn't go live the past couple of days. Like, I don't know if it's mucus or what. Is that my goat, my horse, friend of the channel? I mean, enemy of the channel, Killer Twig. I'm just kidding. True, we really think that we can pull a 4th god pack today, chat. Surely. How was the Elestrals? The Elestrals was great. In fact, I think we're missing Yu-Gi-Oh! I think we've been missing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think we missed an entire duel trial. Oh man, an entire duel trial. Shoes. Oh my gosh, chat, the new selection pack is coming out tomorrow, chat. Enneacraft is finally coming to Master Duel. Hello, Frostbite, at very long last, chat. At very long last. We finally have a war crime or something similar. Let's put on a duel line. Let's ease into it. How have y'all been in my absence? Have y'all been doing anything exciting? How was the past? Okay, chat. Did y'all see the past twice? Yes. Shoutouts to Jesse. Shoutouts to Mr. Quanton. Your Polygon flippers are coming. They sure are. They sure are. Hello, Meaty. How are you? We're gonna give it like a good 20 minutes to let people come on in. And then we're gonna be opening shiny card pools. Also gotta kind of warm up the voice, you know? Elestrals went pretty well, I think. You're doing just fine. Spectacular news. You can come back in 20 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time for everyone to come on and say hello to everyone. Everyone loves Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Chat, look, Fiendsmith sequence. Everyone loves Fiendsmith sequence. Look, chat, they shuffled 2 cards. Everyone loves Fiendsmith sequence, surely. 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 Surely everyone loves the end board of High Wave King Caesar. Link off into Promethean Princess. Surely. Wait, Princess? Ah, Elf Gnome. Oh. Sure was an end board of all time. Thank you for the stream, sleep. You know, Killa, someone on your channel was surprised to see me in your comment section. Which was very funny. Everything just bridges into everything. Chat, there's a Baron on the board and a High Wave King Caesar. What kind of sick twisted duel is? It really was a role reversal. Usually it's the other way around. Usually it's like, oh my gosh, it's Killer Twig. And I'm like, y'all know Killer Twig? That's crazy. That's crazy. Friend of the channel. How silly. I thought that was kind of neat. Chat, what better way? What better way to celebrate and to have a quick Tindangle duel? Surely by the time we finish this Tindangle duel, we can start opening card pack. Yeah, it was on the it was on the Tindangle Enneacraft video. Which, like, fake fan, if they kept up with your videos, alright, they would have seen. They would have seen the other video that you already shot. We have a very interesting hand. Like, this is alright. It's not perfect, but I suppose we have Maxi and Bella. So one could make the argument that we have more interactions than we normally do. This is the closest we've had two Tindangle videos together. This is true. This is true. Tindangle players eating good, chat. Tindangle believers eating crazy. Hello, Squibbly. Welcome on in. Oh, Nova Corp, welcome on in. Thank you. We did do good at Quad Party. LDS, my goat, my horse. How are you, fam? Sure. Why don't we just maxi here in case they draw into an ash blossom? Why not? Why not, chat? We too can be equal. I know that's a lot of power, but you know. Oh wow, I can't believe they drew a monster. Holy. That still does absolutely nothing. I suppose it's better than nothing. Yeah, we're gonna add the host to our hand. Oh, yeah, of course. You're totally fine, Killer. Alright, well, assuming they don't set any back row. Well, assuming that back row isn't real, chat. It means that we can win the duel during this turn. I think. Mino, I'm first place in your heart. My teammate got first place. So, you know, I can't complain. I can't entirely complain. Well, chat, let's hope that back row isn't real. And if it is, oh well. So this is one of the few times that Kindengo can actually, like, basically OTK. Very rare line. It's more like a 2-turn win con, but... You can technically do this going second if you have the right hand. Very rare line, chat. Very rare line. Look at that, chat. A Kindengo win. What better else to end up on when we transition the opening shiny cardboard? Hello, Kung-Fu. Thank you for the follow. Alright, chap. As exciting as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Hello, Soul Spice. We're so back. We're so back. As exciting as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, chat, I think it's about time, high time, we hop on over to Elestrals. And then let the Elestrals community know that we're opening stuff. Let's see. I think I know how I want to go about doing this. Alright, let's see. Let's add a red circle. And then let me remove all the embeds. Snally, opening card packs. Opening card packs. You promise you won't fall asleep. Thank you for the hydrate. Really quick, let me get the gloves on. Then we can hop on over to the hand cam screen. Alright. Alright. We have 3 whole boxes of Sunstrike. 3 whole boxes of Sunstrike. We have a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of opportunity. What are we searching for? Why, in fact, we are chasing the very elusive Ouroboros. Which, at this point, chat, we've pulled more divine packs than Ouroboros. This is ridiculous, I tell you. Ridiculous, I tell you. Can y'all believe that we have pulled more? We have pulled more of literal god packs than we have pulled a singular holo. I've only pulled one of the bulls. Let me close out Nasty. Let me pop y'all out chat to make sure I can keep y'all around. Let me put my snacks to the side. Let me cap our water. And I suppose... Thank you, I'm glad you like the Sand Snaily Field Center. Which, well, currently waiting for approval on the... I've made a change to the artwork. And I need the manufacturer to confirm it. And we should start production, I think sometime either next week or the week after. It's time for the Elestrals! You're so right, Goldie. Yeah, it's a very... Oh. It's a very nice field center. And if it gets too distracting, you can flip it to the back. Okay, we have 3 boxes of Sunstrike. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the protective film off one of our boxes, and then we'll dive right on in. I suppose, Twitch chat, we can get you in on some predictions. We can get y'all in on some predictions. Let's get a prediction going up to you. So what do y'all think we are pulling out of this box? Do you think that we're only pulling 4 of it? Oh, actually, okay. So let me make something very clear. For those of y'all unprepared for Sunstrike, Sunstrike in particular is a set that Elestrals had printed all random. What this means is that there was a non-zero chance that this box has no hits at all. So when it says nothing cool in the prediction, there's a chance that this box has no full arts at all, just hollows. So it goes in order of rarest cards. It goes nothing cool, full arts, reverse stellars, and then this game has serialized stellar cards. That's just something the game does. No problem, Crimson. I just really like this core game, and sometimes you'll see me play it competitively. Very rarely. I prefer to have fun with it, but I'm not too shy when I want to be. A 4th Divine Pack. We have 3 boxes to potentially hit a 4th Divine Pack. Goodness me. Goodness me. So, we're gonna have y'all around for a little bit of predictions. Oh, sweet. I think we're going to have a spectacular night. We haven't started pulling the cards yet, but... if I pull the Stellar Foster Cell with a number I already have, I think Elestrals has some big explaining to do. Let me go turn on the fan. Just in case. You see, in California, we're getting real close to the summer. So the weather's just a little bit more warm. So if y'all didn't know, Elestrals had a pretty big in-person event recently. It was the first event of the new format, which we're opening right now. The newest set, Elestrals Divine Champion Sunstrike. Y'all ever order Elestrals? Remember that you can support that channel by following our link or using code SANSALLY. Hashtag ad. Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. So, the fun thing about Sunstrike is that the boxes are randomized, so you have the potential to high roll. People have pulled boxes with 5 to 7 full odds. But with that in mind, some boxes sometimes end up with no hits. So it's a very back and forth set. A lot of variance, a lot of fun, sometimes a lot of suffering. So let's see if we get lucky today, chat. We are going to see if we get a Stella right off the bat. So if y'all don't know, Elestrals boxes come with box covers, like some TCGs have. There was a small percent chance that this comes as a serialized card, though it is very rare. Nah, this is a regular Imperial. I think I already have an Imperial, but if you need one, Bo, let me know. If you need a full Imperial, let me know. Let's go put Imperial to the side. And we are going to do my favorite thing to do with packs. I like to sort them by design. And I like to compare to see like which ones do the best for us. Some people think it's a little crazy. It's just a habit of mine. You got one from Dan at Worlds. Oh. So our designs are Aries, Aeolus, Hera, and Hephaestus. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sort these out based on the design. And we will see which divine, which god treats us the best. I'm pretty good at sorting these out. Pretty darn good. It's usually about the same amount of packs for each one, which should be 6, because these are 24 packs. Does Hephaestus bless us again? We will find out, chat. I think per the tradition. Hello, Dipper. Welcome on in. I think per our tradition, chat, we gotta open Hephaestus. For those of y'all who weren't here last time, we opened Hephaestus. And we got a divine pack. So let's see if Hephaestus treats us well again. When I got my divine pack, which if y'all didn't know, at Card Party I didn't win, but from my pricing I pulled another divine pack. When they asked me what side of the box I wanted for pricing, I picked the side of the box that had Hephaestus in it. So surely, what did you miss? We just started, yeah. Oh, Isaac, welcome on in. Thank you. I hope we have good tools as well, Isaac. So you just got here, Jack. We haven't even started. You made it just in time. You missed us talking about, man. I swear these are like kind of hard to open. Just open it the old-fashioned way. But yeah, so I picked the side of the box. For my pricing for third place, I got half a box. I picked the side of the box with Hephaestus on it. And lo and behold, chat, that side of the box got me another divine pack. So who knows? Maybe Hephaestus will bring us just a little bit of luck this time around. Hydrate, Snowaddle, Cockblade, Ash Velvet, Glacial Stasis, of Hera, we have a Reverse Foil Succumb. Not the evilest card in the Moth family, so I suppose that's a nice pickup. And we finally have a Lava Lift! Let's go! Holy chat. Okay, we're eating kind of good. Lava Lift is a really interesting card this set. So if you have Lava Lift, you can only normal cast it with 2 fire if you have Hephaestus. If not, you need to ascend into it. And if you empower a Lava Lift with an artifact rune, you can target and destroy a face down rune. Now, this is really interesting for if you were to do custom 2v2 battles, because it says when a player empowers this Lava Lift. So hypothetically, your 2v2 partner in a tag duel or tag clash could empower Lava Lift, and then the controller of Lava Lift could then target and destroy a face down rune. Thank you, MG. I hope we pull big. We're already out the gate on a Lava Lift, which some people have pulled several boxes and don't even have a copy of, so that's nice to mess around with. Bellamy is making soup. Such a cutie. Oh, Taylor, thank you for the stream streak. So I think that's just gonna be the trend. We're gonna have to just split them open like this, which I'm not opposed. I think it's kind of safer for the cards, to be honest. Alright, we have Ursmog, Champion of Hestia, a little cutie. We have Platypus, Champion of Hera, another cutie. We have Nebuleo, Champion of Ares, War Criminal. Colosseum of Ares, Thuggy, War Criminal. Neandersloth. Oh, I pulled 2 at the same time. We have a Twilight. We have a Shiny Toxis one. And we have a Vesiva 2. Non-hollow. I'm gonna organize my cards better this time. Surely. Surely she will organize her cards better. A Sunstrike already out the gate, chat, has been a pretty interesting meta. For those y'all who are unfamiliar with Elestrals or have not been keeping up, we had another tournament just this weekend. I did not participate in on account of me being kind of sick. And it was the second event of the format. Voltuga Champion of Hestis, Helia, Winter, Lunalu, Corvus, Brimscale, Almond of Ares, and a Cell Reverse Foil. We have Infornax, Champion of Hestis. What is my favorite card this set? I think my favorite card this set. Kind of hard to say. There's a lot of really cool cards. I'm kind of biased towards the new Hideaway. I like that there's a new Pantera, but there's a shame. It's just a shame that they're not titled. In terms of interesting cards, I am a big fan of the new Hypnosum and Ectoplasm line. In terms of, like, my favorite card. There's a lot of really good ones. Like, the Soul Fairy line is really cute. This is not Slave. Magnaris. Joltin. Colosseum of Ares. The new Twindra is also really cool. Look, there's Ectoplasm. Oh, por favor. Oh no, not the reverse foil Nimbug! Oh, Elfie. Ooh! We love extra copies of dice. Let's go. Huge. huge pickup on the dice. Gosh. Favorite card from the set. Dice is also like a really cool card. There's a lot of really cool cards from the set. Is there any card that is particularly stand out or unique? Balloon Tracks is cute. Cat Puff is interesting. Ella Chicken, rest in peace, Ella Chicken. High Voltage is also actually a really interesting card. Yes, my girl, my horse got 3rd place, and his former teammate, Mr. Jesse Cotton, got 1st. Toxic Swarm and Psycho Venom are also really cool. Hold on. Dragovay. Winchin, Champion of Aeolus. Dreamlock. Okay, Dreamlock is also a really cool card. Gosh. My favorite card from the set. You love the Winchin art? I do like that Winchin is looking into the bag of winds. That is pretty cute. Gosh, my favorite card from the set. This is so many like cool cards. I don't know if I have like a particular gay bag of winds. True. Happy Pride Month, chat. Happy Pride Month. Is there any particular standout card that I think is uniquely interesting? Starbit, Lava Cell, Horrible, Hypnosome, Soulpoon, Anacell, Leo Bright. Hi, Drake! Let's go! Chat, look, there's the reverse foil High Drake. What a shiny little boy. He's so cute. Reinforcement of Ellie. Let's go. That's my goal. That's my horse. Exactly. Well, looks like the Hephaestus cards gave us 1 hit. So either there's nothing else in the box, or clearly the next packs will go crazy. I think in fashion of the starter decks, we should follow up with Ares. He is very chonky. I love him so much. I love him so much. Hello, X. I manifested the foil Hydrate. You know what? Having a playset of him foil would be nice. I would like that. Noxoid. Ella Chicken. Neblio. Colosseum of Ares. Signetric. Edward. Luminous. Ooh, Leviathan. Reinforcement of Ares. Nothing quite yet. But there was more packs to open. If Elestrals had a goat-horse hybrid, would that also be my goat and horse? I suppose that would be my goat and my horse, but you have to understand that almost a lot of things are both my goat and my horse. Some things are just my horse. It's a complicated process, you know. Very small. Noxie. Joltin. Colosseum of Ares. Twindler. Fox's Swarm. Glacial Stasis. Luminate. This is our 3rd reinforcement of Ares. Are they trying to tell me something, chat? Are they trying to tell me something? Hello, Tourney. How are you? Come on in. You broke your own brain with it? That's crazy. That's crazy. How could this happen? Blue Traps. Ella Chicken. Lava Cell. High voltage. So cool. Scepter of Hera. Why this? Oh, let's go. Hydreic has a friend. We have reverse foil Noxid, little dragon buddies. Ooh, Arcalyph, Champion of Zeus. I'm actually really excited for the new Arcalyph as well. Both new lifts are fairly strong. So this Arcalyph can be normal casted with 2 Thunder if your Zeus is enchanted. And when you target an Elestral with Zeus's effect, you can turn up to 2 Thunder from your Underworld to your Spirit deck. Or enchant up to 2 Thunder from your Underworld to your Zeus. Which is very exciting. Let's go. Actual real pickup? Holy. But chat, where is the Ouroboros? Chat, where is the Ouroboros? Answer me that. Yeah, Hydreic and Noxoid, two sides of the same coin. One is a dodgeball, one is a football. In your box, oh man. Nimba. Rumaru. Fluxus Swarm. Soku. Gordon. Luminous. Imperial. So no hits yet, chat. We still have half the box, basically. But there's a non-zero chance we could end up with, like, you know, a no-hit box. The odds are never 0. Like, we put a lot of crazy stuff before, so... Stop it. Crackle. Whinging. Walkway. Anacell. Ruin. Breakaway. Ooh, okay, that's cute. A reverse foil Dreamlock. It's actually very pretty on the Astro Rabbit. Let's go! Chat! This is the full art Pentel. I take it back. This is my favorite card in the set, clearly. Clearly my favorite card in the set. The full art Pentel. Let's go! We're so up, chat. We're so up. The rest of the box doesn't matter. Penthouse in the house. Let's go. Pause chat. Very important. Let me go grab the Hydreic. Let me go grab the Hydreic. The family. We just need a reverse foil Twindrome. We got the whole family. The gang's all here, chat. We are so winning. We are so winning. We are so up, chat. We are so up. Let's go! That's my goal. That's my horse. Every Penthouse member is legally required to own a copy. And this is also the textured one as well. You can kind of see the little texture on the card. It's a very nice foil, a very nice foil. And a big thing. Huge, chat, huge. Now an Ouroboros sure would be nice. I'm not gonna say no to a Stella Hydreic either. In fact, there's also a Stella Pentel on the cloud as well. Lysilus. Hydreic! Neville. Coliseum of Aries. Astrid. Viceridge. Real Light. Let's go! Foil dice? Happy Pride Month. And a cover bit. Yo, foil dice a great pickup. Shoutouts MVP. Aries packs pretty darn good, chat. Aries packs pretty darn good. Foil dice. Arcalyph and the full art pen teller. Let's see, chat. Do we go ladies first, or do we go AO list? Chat, first person in the chat to decide. Do we open woman or do we open war coins? Either chat, Twitch or YouTube. Woman? Alright. We're opening woman. So close, yet still just a second too short. Let's open woman. You faltered. You are also going to pick woman. My goat, my horse. How are you, by the way, Trevor? This is my goat, my horse. Surely the woman pack will tweet as well. Tadpup, Magnelos, Lunavu, Lovely, Neanderthal. Twindra. Glacial Stasis. Oh no, chat! Not the reverse foil Stratomorph! Chat, that's evil. And the Tornigen. This is just the pack of evil. It's just the pack of evil, chat. You thought you could get away from Aeolus. Apparently you can't. We tried to pivot to ladies. You got 3 full art 6/7s at locals. I have 2 full art doggies. Stop it. Jolton. Ella chicken. It's your birthday, Matt Wadori. Happy birthday. Welcome on in. We're opening card packs. And you know what? Let's celebrate your birthday as well. Surely this pack, this next pack, if not this pack, is for you. We have a reverse foil like this. Ooh, and a Heliolith. Heliolith is kind of interesting. So you can... It's a 4/4. It lets you cast an artifact from your deck if Ares is on the field. It's kind of interesting. I think this is like the first card that does something like that. Divine Pack for surely. Yoda, my goat, my horse. Everyone is my goat, everyone is my horse, okay? Get used to it. How are you doing? Welcome on in. We are barely into box number 1. We're opening strong on a full art pen teller. I'm a little bit under the weather, but don't worry about little Sand Sally. Surely nothing a little cardboard can't fix, right, chat? Surely nothing a little cardboard can't fix. Crackle, Lyceros, Lava-Cell, Coliseum of Aries, Anacell, Astralis, Toilets. Lyceros, Champion of Hell. This one is actually kind of interesting. So, this is generic. If you get any other Nexus Bank with Thunder on your field, you can just special ascend this Viceros to Viceridge. This one's actually like a really real card, and I'm surprised no one has done anything with it yet. I suppose the answer is because like neither Viceridge poses any real threat, but I think this card has a decent amount of potential. Chat, we can't escape! That's crazy. We picked woman to get away from Aeolus. And all we're seeing is more mod. Is this a sign, chat? Is this a sign? Is this an omen? Oh, Lance, welcome on in. Who should you worry for? Clearly you should worry for my opponent. Hell yeah. Hi, Twig. Hypnosome. Ratchet. Forest-Smith. Wyman. Penguin. Okay, Penguin, actually, I'm really excited for this card. Signetric Reverse Foil. Chilotto. I think Chilotto has, like, an interesting place in Force decks. Card Watch? Mob is very real. The only reason, well, not the only reason, a contributing factor as to why I didn't beat Adam is I had to mulligan 3 times in one of our games. Very high contributing factor. Surely we'll get him next time. He worked very hard on his deck. Yes, pulling a full-on Pentella is exactly what we needed. Exactly what the penthouse ordered. Velopi, Bismarck, Snowball, Helica, Brimscale, Ashwell, Catabasis, Corvus, Exalter, Evil, Evilfoot. What's this one and how expensive is it? Hello, Chronos Time Lord. Welcome on in. This is Elestrals. And wouldn't you know, did you know that you can get 2 tournament-ready decks and 4 included booster packs for the low price of $30? Welcome to Elestrals TCG. Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag ad. Pay me, Elestrals. Pay me. I'm sorry, so if y'all didn't know, this is the official ad read for the starter decks. I did this all weekend at the tournament. So, Elestrals is actually very Yu-Gi-Oh! Coded, if you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! It has a 40-card main deck and a 20-card spirit deck. Spirits are a separate deck that function like mana, so you use them to play your cards. But the most interesting thing is that spirits also double as your life. Every card you play, you have to decide which spirits to use. Every damage you take, you lose more and more spirits. So a lot of the skill is actually managing your resources on top of making sure you can facilitate your own game plan. The profile pic is... Look, that's really tiny, okay? That's expecting a lot from a woman with glasses to be able to tell what card that is. That's expecting a lot from a woman with glasses. Doesn't Penthouse have an affiliate link? Sam Snally has an affiliate link. Shout out Sam Snally. AKA me. Hello, Cosmic Storm Studio. Play Flammable so I don't lose to Eruption? I mean, I was losing to a much different Eruption. But yeah, so Elestrals is kind of reaching, I'd say, like Edison format speeds right now. It's a game that has 8 different elements, and there's actually a handful of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players already in the community. If you know Mr. Trishula Tuvalu Television, aka Mike Thomas, aka Dragon Link Man, aka Elestral's current world champion, he plays well-known Yu-Gi tubers MBT, Mr. Kevin Distant Coder, and several other Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have played Elestrals currently or in the past, such as Sunseed just played for a little bit, former European champion on Plans. It's a very Yu-Gi-Oh! Coded game, and similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Stack vs. Chain, this is actually a card game that actually has chain instead of stack, like true chain. It's not super complicated yet, but it's definitely gotten more complex. Noxblade, Lutra, Platypus, Amidon, Dougie, Armament of Aries, Armament of Aries, Imperial Reverse Foil, We have the full art Starbit Champion of Aphrodite, and I believe this is an untextured. This is an untextured full art. What's the closest you can get to Ancient Gears in playstyle? Huh. We don't post content enough. Exactly. I wish y'all would post content. Is the power creep really that concerning? Yes. So here's my take on it. I'll get to the Ancient Gear question in a second, because like it depends on what kind of Ancient Gear. If you mean like the style of Ancient Gears that performed very well at the 2024 Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals in an NA, the one that was kind of mimicking the playstyle of Tenpai, which is more like a going second beatdown machine deck, then there's a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks similar. If you're talking more of like an Ancient Gear control style deck, unfortunately right now Elestrals only has like one, maybe two truly true control decks. It's lacking a little bit of card pool to facilitate proper control outside of these strategies that don't just turn into more of like, hello Nimbus. Oh, thank you for the 13. And thank you! What did I get third place in? The Elestrals card party open. Starbit, Pen Tower, exactly. Hello gamer man. I don't know. Trevor, do you think you would answer that question? Do you know what Elestrals deck plays the closest to Ancient Gears? Because I could name a few that play very similar to like the going second Ancient Gears that you saw at the 2024 Nats from NA. Which like, again, it's like a going second very beatdown style Chandra type deck, but... if we're talking about like... a more like toolboxy semi-control machine deck, I'm not sure if there's something that exactly fits the bill. You're here to summon big monster attack with big numbers and make sure your opponents can't stop your attacks? Say hello to Pen Tower! So, Pen Tower can enchant itself with wind from the underworld. What that does is it can make it do more damage. It has a 15 stat line. And when you enter the battle phase, you can disenchant wind in order to target and destroy a card. So you start the battle phase by popping their back row and saying, better have it! Because you can't stop this attack. The original Pen Tower, if destroyed, also floats 2 guys, which can turn into more Pen Towers. So we definitely have a lot of big guys you can slam down. You're thinking like old school Gears? Yeah, say hello to Pen Tower. There's a lot of other like cool big guy decks as well. I guess it depends on like what your definition of big guy is. Because like it doesn't always have to be a 3-drop. You can make some pretty big guys without going all the way to 3. If you didn't know, Elestrals has these things called Ascensions. So you'll see some guys with like 1 stone. You'll see some guy with 2 stones. And you'll see some guys with 3 stones. They're kind of like Pokemon evolution. So a 1-cost Celestial is like a normal summon. A 2-cost Celestial is kind of like a level 5 or 6. And then anything above that, it would be your 3-cost Celestial. Yeah, there's not a lot of control at the moment. Hello, Phobia. Now all you need is limiter removal, a damage doubling spell. There was something kind of similar. Unfortunately, it does take some setup. So we have the Armament of Ares. In Twitch chat, you're about to head in tabs. We have the Armament of Ares Sphere of Piercing. So the Empowered also gets +2 attack. And does piercing damage. And while Ares is enchanted, You treat each enchanting solar on this Armitor's Ares as also enchanting the empowered Elestral during damage calculation. So if you can stack a bunch of spirits onto this card, you can make Pentera do additional damage. Though the setup for that and also getting out Pentera is a little bit difficult to facilitate, but I am a player known for playing very, 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 very silly decks that are very difficult to execute. So as a mad pilot, I can assure you that this game state is quite achievable. You don't get to pop the back wall because the only way you're getting this into this guy during battle is after its window has passed? What do you mean? It's when the battle phase begins. Yeah, Phosphorus also does a lot of damage. You might like the bear's deck. Mama Bear also is kind of big. She comes out and she's like Dark Hole on legs. So you might like that playstyle because Bears is a little bit more Yu-Gi-Oh coded. You have a Stratos that can basically switch any bear archetype card in your deck. I guess Full Moon does also kind of look like that in some ways too. Like a Void is very like summon the big guy. There's a decent amount of Elestrals that do kind of do the whole like big guy coming out on the board. I'd like to think that Pentera is a like great line for that. But I'm also a little biased. There's a lot of other really good guys that can come out pretty darn big. If you want to summon a bunch of guys, you could play Possums. But, you know, there's a lot of options, Twitch chat is currently an ad. Pentera is peak Elestrals. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's also Blazerist OTK, which is kind of like you summon a 2-drop guy that if he destroys, he can attack multiple times. He can attack twice. And if he destroys 2 guys, he turns it into an even bigger guy from death. What is this game? This is Elestrals. It is a TCG that plays around 8 unique elements. You have a 40-card main deck and a 20-card spirit deck. The spirit deck functions both as mana, but uniquely in this game, it doubles as your life. So every card you play and every damage you take, you get closer and closer to losing the game. But likewise, the spirits that you also keep on your board underneath your guys when you play them and gain you advantage during the game. It's very interesting, there's no color locking and stuff like that, so you can mix and match all the cards you want. And you can run any spirit color types of your choice. It's a very cheap and affordable TCG to get into. It's on TCG Player. And if you wanted to try out Elestrals, you can get 2 tournament-ready decks and 4 booster packs, all for the low price of $30. You can get it off of their website, or you can go online to the store located to see if you have a local game store near you that sells Elestrals. Elestrals is very affordable, Is it new? Kind of. Elestrals was kickstarted in 2022. And it started releasing its later mainstay sets. Towards 2023, it had its World Champion just this past year, in March. And it has a bunch of events going on. They do online events twice a month. I just got 3rd place at their first in-person event for the new season and new set, Elestrals Sunstrike. Currently, the game is picking up in speed, and it is now shifting kind of from like a... Early TCGs do a lot of like, you play the best statted guy out and then beat into their best statted guy. Elestral's newest set, Divine Champions, puts a new focus onto a unique type of card in the game called Divine. So Elestrals takes elements and harnesses the powers of the gods that represent those elements, aka the Divines, in order to facilitate unique and, interesting game plans and strategy. LTF does not support this game, so you'd have to buy online. There's also free online casuals you can try. There's free community-made simulators for the game. Unfortunately, there's no official digital client happening. It is what it is. But I have a pretty darn good time with it. It's very affordable, all things considered. If you were interested in trying out the game, Chronos Time Lord, and you didn't want to pick up Elestrals, you're actually very much in luck, and you as well, Elvis. I'm Sans Sally, and I really like Elestrals. So, another thing that I actually like to do is I take all the cards that I have extra, and I build them into pretty competent decks, maybe missing 1 or 2 cards off of like a full staple suite. And I actually mail them out to members of my community in chat for free. So if y'all were interested in that, I was going to post up a second round of that later this month. So you could join the Discord, and when I put them up, just let me know if y'all are interested. I do like 5 or 6 at a time. All y'all have to do is just give me your address. Yeah, it's a shame that you don't have it on the phone, but if y'all are interested in that, and you don't have like a good way to get access to like, the game and the cards, y'all could join the Discord, and I do that pretty often. If you have like a webcam and a remote dual setup, Elestrals does free casual weekday events where you can play for free against other members of the community. There's a bunch of people in the official Elestrals Discord that are always willing to teach you how to play the game. It's a really welcoming community and everyone loves the cards. Welcome back from our Twitch chat. We have more card packs to open. Is the lobster part of the set? Unfortunately, I am not part of the set. Oh, thank you, Nemesis. Thank you for donating on behalf of shipping to everybody interested in the newest round of Elestrals deck. I'll ship it to you all for free. Just join the Discord, and whenever it goes up, which is probably later, this like halfway through the month, y'all just have to let me know that y'all want a deck, and if not, like, wait a month or 2 and I'll do another round. Yeah, I can definitely make you a Penterra deck for sure. I bet you we can pull an extra copy of Penterra. If not, I do have a non-full art one we can throw in. I'll just be a little bit sad to not have every single copy of Penterra, but surely I can just... I'll grab it off someone else. Lutrax. Snowwaddle, Hypnosome, Drakkid, Duggy, Neandersloth. You get to pick the deck this time. I will potentially take requests. Potentially. Ectoplasm, Winged, Cover this. I will potentially take requests. There's some decks that are like a little bit difficult. How about this? I'll make a list of decks that I know I can make for sure. And then we just have like 5 or 6 people join. And then whoever, you just get to pick any of those decks, and I might have enough to make extras for some of them. Yeah. I do request for some of y'all, if you're not like newer to the game, please do let people who are actually interested in trying Elestrals to get some cards. Kira, if you want me to cook you something, I will 100% cook you something separate. You want to sell TK deck? You know, there's self-mill decks. Is that close enough? There's a lot of decks that actually function like that. Can I cook you tacos? Huh, it is Tuesday. Hold that thought. have a cup. Twindra. Oh yeah, you can pick up. So this Twindra is interesting. So it can attack twice during your battle phase. Now there's a different Twindra. One thing you need to know about Elestrals. This is very important. Very important. Very important about Elestrals. So, some Elestrals, do you see how they have this title? This little ball underneath their name? So, how Elestrals works is it's kind of like Pokemon, where like there's a bunch of different Charizards. And if this Lavalith has a title, it's functionally a different card than one just titled Lavalith. The reason why that's important is that there is more than one Pentera and more than one Twindra without a title. Elestrals is a max of 3 copies per deck, with any exceptions being on the official ban list. You like mill decks because you're a jerk. We can cook something pretty cool with both meal memories. Please cook for you, you like guidance. I'll try my best, Kira. I'll try my best. So just keep that in mind if I send you cards and you see multiple copies, or not multiple copies, like different cards with different names, is that it is a max of 3. So what I do is I like construct an entire deck. And I add like 20 some extra cards in case you'll want to change the deck or make a side deck, because Elestrals allows for siding. Official Elestrals clashes are best of 3s with siding in between. No siding on the first game. So very similar to like Yu-Gi-Oh! In format. Yeah. Kind of like that. I'm not super familiar with MTG, but there's a decent amount of overlap with like Elestrals concepts and like MTG. It does lean more Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, like in overall mechanics. Let's go! Foil Ectoplasm! Zephyr. This guy is a bozo. He's actually a really interesting card, and it's a shame that the cards that facilitate his playstyle got hit. Chat. Hello, Tourney. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. We are celebrating the triumphant return of Sand Sally, though I'm a little bit under the weather. I got 3rd place at one of Elestral's recent major events. So we're opening a bunch of card packs to celebrate. Umi, how is your stream going? How are you, dearest Pumi? Chat, if you don't know Pumi, she's a phenomenal duelist. She loves her Governly decks, and she loves her Castilla. She does a lot of viewer duels and replays if y'all kind of like that gameplay and content. She is also a gacha addict. And a phenomenal duelist in multiple card games. So do check her out. What type of deck did I play? So the deck I took is not the deck I wanted to play. It was the deck that I needed to play in order to get the deck destroyed and nuked off the face of the planet. Because if the deck wasn't represented, I was worried that it would not properly be toned down in power, because there are a couple cards in the deck that are slightly problematic for the current format. But don't worry, chat! I have accomplished my mission! And surely we'll be back to a great format. How many packs are we opening? We have 2 more boxes after this. No problem, Konos. Thank you for hanging out. I will be trying to like actually make how to play Elestrals videos soon. We've just been really lazy. I've been really lazy. And we've been kind of busy between a whole bunch of other stuff. So, slowly but surely. Who left you behind on the mod view? Goodness me. Goodness me. Hello, Nesta. Welcome on in. Very shiny cards. The rarity is at the bottom of the card. Thank you for answering that, Gamer Man. You can also usually tell if it's like fancy and super foiled if it's a good card. But right here at the bottom will show you the rarity of the card. So if it is not closed like that, it's a common. If it is closed like this, it's an uncommon. If you see a dot in the middle, it means one of two things. It is either a rare, like this one. But if it is a star, it will be a Stella. And the new Stellas actually have like a big serial number in the middle of the card. So you know that it's extra special and fancy. And it has this little symbol at the top with this little circle star thing next to the name. More turtles. Yeah, this is the 4-lot Penteller. One of my favorite cards is actually Penteller. And the new Penteller is spectacular. It's also a textured 4-lot. It's very neat. Yeah. Mom found dead in a ditch, exactly. That was the goal, that was the plan. I was not becoming world champion. The boys got lucky I left my deck at home, okay? That's all I'm going to say. If I bought a real deck to Worlds, I would have placed higher than 36th place. I'm opening this upside down. Helia! Nimbug. Lincoln. Coliseum of Aries. Eddie. Lionel. Pinguat. Lunavale Exalted Form. Let's go! A playset of dice from this box. That's huge. I gave myself a handicap on Puppis. I was having a very rough time that weekend. You just got your 4-lot pen in the mail today? Congratulations! Whimsy. Now, I'm really excited for Worlds next year. Y'all are definitely gonna see me rolling up to Worlds. I am 150 points towards my qualifier, so it's gonna take a lot to stop me from showing up. See. Store it. Purple. Joke. Amazon. So cool. Anacel. Gordon. Reverse foil Twilights. And in Fortnite. So, something I want to make clear, chat. Sunstrike was printed as a all-random set. Normally in every other Elestrals set, you're guaranteed a set amount of foils. And you're usually guaranteed at least 1 4-lot per box. Some sets 2. So they're going to fix that for next set because they thought it would be a good idea and then they quickly realized, we may have messed up. This is the box for some content creators design cards. We have some examples of them right here. This is made by Mr. Kevin Coder. So this is Twilight. And for those of y'all who watch a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, you might recognize a little something hiding in the bottom of Patrollicus's dice. Because this was designed by Mr. Mono Blue Tron himself. There's a couple other like community created cards as well. And when they come up, I'll show them off here. So this is in fact that box. So like Ceros, Hello Chicken, Larvicel, Lumaru, House Rabbit, Luminous, Draco Ray, Scepter of Hera. Argolith. Ooh, okay, pause. We take those two. Pretty solid box. Because of the fact that we could have gotten no hits in this box at all, I think I will take 2 full arts, specifically with the Pentel. I am pretty solidly satisfied with this box. Twitch chat, I'm going to pay out your prediction. And we are going to get on to the prediction for the next box. So this one is going to be a full art only. So congratulations to the full art believers. 5,000 channel points. Heading your way. And we have to have a new prediction tag. So again, for those of y'all who don't know, Elestrals made this set full random. What that means is that there's a non-zero chance that we have no hits in the box at all. Which is exactly why we are going to be doing a prediction. If y'all don't know what some of the things mean in terms of the terms, that's alright. I will explain it to you clearly. So higher rarity Elestrals cards come in a couple different rarities. You have full art cards like the Pentera. There are promotional Stellas like this for Gorix. There are reverse Stellas where the Stella foiling, similar to the reverse foils, are on the Elestral. And then you have serialized Stella cards, which per the name are serialized cards. You also have a small chance with the box topper to get a serialized box topper. So let's see if we pull one. Another Ethereal. How interesting. I suppose I can't complain about Woman. We did not get a cereal yet. Oh, it's me so. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! With a mana system. I would say that's actually, like, it's pretty similar. And that's also why I don't like the speed of the game increasing too much. Because when Elestrals as a game gets too fast, it just becomes Yu-Gi-Oh! And don't get me wrong, chat. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Y'all know me. I am a duelist through and through. I play over 40 unique decks. I love Rogue. I play Tendangle. But the thing is, I like Elestrals being unique. Because of how it uses the resource system so well in its game. It has a unique mechanic called Nexus, which is kind of like a mechanic that would let you move Xyz materials between cards on the board in order to facilitate combos and unique effects. And that's one of Elestral's most interesting draws. So to me, when Elestrals gets too fast, the resource system stops mattering as much. It becomes just like life points where they're there until they're gone. And that's just not as fun to me because I do really like how they've made the game and how they position the resources. Hello, Yakuzi. Welcome on in. We are opening cardboard because I love opening cardboard. Which chat, I hope y'all got in on the camera. So I'm gonna put the hits from the last box away. So we can showcase the hits from the new box. Me with 5 billion cards. It's not that many hits. I just like to separate cards I know that will be like kind of important. You went high with high reward. 2. Did we get any Pogger dogs yet? We got a very nice Warlock that I'm very satisfied with. So I suppose if that counts. If that counts. I love shiny cardboard. So how I like to do this. Maybe call me a little weird. For those of y'all who are just joining us for this next box, I like to sort the packs based on the art and then open them based on the art. It has yet to steer me wrong. And it's kind of fun. A lot of Elestrals' newer sets are 24 packs deep. Some of the older sets are 36 packs deep. And they're also working on a new system where they're going to start making kind of like side sets, but more like, I think, EBTs, kind of like how Pokemon does those. You're feeling the hella packs to be juiced in this one. You like to open packs based on the pack art with the cutest anime ladies. Off my chat. We have one woman in this set. Maybe we do a change of form, chat. Let's go ladies first this box. Let's see if this impacts our hit rates at all. We go ladies first, you know. A little bit girl power. Surely. Let's see. So Noxoid is another one of those cards. I think it's just not credited. It's a community member who designed Noxoid, but I don't think they were credited. Platypus. Hello, Bello, Magneto. Havikuk. Grimscale. Armament of Aries. Armament of Aries. Toxiswarm. Draki. We're still early into the box. So don't worry, chat. Don't worry if we don't see anything right away. Hey, how are you, Bella? Welcome on in. It had a spirit. Juiced wheel. Good smog. Snow water. Hell awesome. Dracket. Also, chat, can we discuss that we didn't pull a single Ouroboros from the last box? Eddie. Corvus. Cannabis. Havikuk. Lumaville. Skill issue, chat. I'm telling you, Ouroboros is short printed. I'm telling you, Ouroboros is short printed. I've pulled more gods. Elestrals has this thing called Divine Packs, and they're like Pokemon's God Packs, where every single card is foiled. I pulled more God Packs than I have Ouroboros. What rarity is this card? Ouroboros is a foil, so it's a little bit rare, but like it shouldn't be impossible to get, you know. Like, in theory, you should get one in a couple boxes. Between me and my locals, we've opened over 12 boxes now. And only one Ouroboros. Like, Cello. Zipossum is also really cute. I like Zipossum. Nimba. Coliseum of Hell. Viceroy. Gordon. Luminous. Family of Hell. Psycho Venom. You know what? Actually. Hello, Cosme. Thank you for the sanity check. Kira. I know sometimes you like decks that are a little bit funky. Do you like decks that are like highly interactive with your opponent? Like, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so you definitely have the brain to play probably the most skill-intensive deck in the game. You've never seen me run it in tournament outside of Firestorm. But I am one of the best Hermes players across the board. Little known secret. I think you would really like Hermes. It's a toolbox deck that has a lot of really cool, interesting, and unique lines. The skill ceiling is as high as you want to push it. The only downside is that it's a little bit bricky. But, I mean, if you're used to Rogue, I'm sure you don't mind. Yeah, exactly. Hermes doesn't actually have a lot of negates. It just has a lot of interesting interactions. I'm sure you would be a great Hermes pilot. That's assuming Hermes likes you. That's the one thing. I'm a really good Hermes pilot, but the deck really does not want me to perform. There were Elestrals events in SoCal. Hello, Kirifa. We just had an IRL event in San Diego. It was a big one, too. There was one card shop in SoCal in Anaheim. And they host, set events there. So surely since we just had one in San Diego, surely in the future they're going to be hosting more Elestrals events, probably. Hard to say if it will be exactly in San Diego again, but I think it's a good sign that we can expect a little bit more stuff happening on the West Coast. Hopefully. Lavisa, Neblio, Coliseum of Aries, Asheville, Ectoplasm, Carnivore, Tongs of Hephaestus. This is a nice reverse foil. Pantera! There we go, chat. Now we have a Pantera to put into the deck that we're gonna send out. You only really need the one. It's your boss mod, so you only really need the one, chat. Great pickup. Great pickup. Clearly, Hera was juiced. Looks like they're doing a marketing push. You saw a lot of other card YouTubers with sponsorship. I think so. Celestial Sunstrike is a pretty big set, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking to push a little bit more stuff. Would I recommend you picking up some Firestorm packs then? I'm just gonna give you the cards, so I suppose that's up to you, Kira. Used confirmed exactly, Yoda. I have enough cards to make an extra Hermes, so I know for sure. Because I specifically picked up extra copies of the Hermes Divine. And the rest of the Hermes cards are actually, like, uncommons, or, like, at most rare. Strawberry is your favorite rules criminals? True. Shoutouts to the judge team. Elite. Lumu. Halfway. Sokun. Anasa. Twilight. Eruption. Ooh! Reverse foil eruption. True. Supernova does play by its own rules. It's a superhero, chat. So it has some super duper exceptions. This is how it's gonna work, chat. Kira's gonna make me play really weird Yu-Gi-Oh decks. And I'm gonna make Kira play Elestrals. Ooh, Rhino Sec Champion of Honey. No, I think you'll really like Hermes as like a concept. It really does play by its own rules. We'll see. We have one more Hera pack before we start on all this. Almost got ahead of myself there, chat. The Tindango Edgeacraft collab is coming sooner than I thought. actually though. Holy. Lutrax! Look, this is one of the other ones that's created by a community member. Community member Skullmook made Lutrax. If we're lucky, we can pull Corvusmith. And then I can show you Tasayu's Corvusmith. Hello, Fusion! How are you? Dolphin, Armadon, Ash Rabbit, Glacial Space Chat. Poor Hydrate is in this art. My poor child. My poor child. He's such a bozo. Scepter of Hera. Let's go! Chat! We have the reverse foil twin draw. We have the whole family now. Huge. Huge pickup, chat. Huge. And Celestial. Champion of Aries. Hollow set. Real and true. Clearly, Hera was juiced. No doubt about it. Twin draw? Real twin draw. Let's go ahead and open a list. So again, if y'all are interested in buying Elestrals, you can get 2 tournament ready decks and 4 booster packs, all for $40. And each booster pack comes with 2 decks featuring one of the 2 divines. You have Hephaestus and Ares. And then you have Hera and Aeolus, which is why we're opening Aeolus after Hera. It was extremely juicy. I will never complain about more Pentera. That means we can give out this Pentera to a player who wants to play Pentera. Hello, Norris. Norris Vestrada, welcome on in. I hope we pull a lot of Stellars. We'll have to see. If not, we're already up, chat. We're already up. We have 2 people potentially interested in Elestrals, and that's all we can hope for. So we're always winning. Bellowbee, which Bellowbee is so cute. Look at Bellowbee. Your name is a mouthful, so Norway's just fine. Sounds good with me. Alicia? Love it so. High voltage. Doggy. Neanderthal. Armament of Aries. Luminate. Let's go! Vollmode! Chat! Let's go! Holy, where is the Ouroboros, chat? We have Vollmode, but where is the Ouroboros? Save some Stellars for the rest of us, surely. I can pull 1? Just a single Stellar. Alright, only 1 Stellar tonight. Honestly, like, Luna is like one of Elestral's like coolest archetypes. Yeah, I'm telling you, they short printed Ouroboros. Like, I'm just not seeing any of them. Oh, here we go. This is Lutrax. We already talked about Lutrax being made by a community member. Nimba. Winjin. Hypnoson. Sokun. Scepter of Hera. Twilight. Platypus. Hephaestus. Which actually that's really useful because then now we can use this Hephaestus to make a Hephaestus deck to give out to some people. But Hephaestus is actually like a really like real and valid strategy. The only problem is that, Champ Valkyries was a hollow. That might pose an issue. I need a 4th god pack. Can I trade like a 4th god pack for like more Ouroboros? Surely. Surely we can pull an Ouroboros. Stop it. Snow Waddle. Platypus. Parmesan. True. Hello, Taseu. Chat, I'm hoping we pull a Corvusmith so we can show off Taseu's card. Card. Joke, yeah? Racking. If not, I guess like we can go digging into the box. Surely in this box we will pull a Corvusmith. So we can shout out community member and the creator. Teisu. This should have been the poll. Do we pull over Boros? Should have been the poll. Kappa. Hi Drake, my goat, my horse. Drakid. Have a cup. Anisel. Astrapid. Ectoplasm. Magnero's Champion of Hela. And Lumaville. Actually, okay. A card we didn't talk about a lot. The new Drag King is actually a really interesting card in this set as well. Actually a really interesting and unique card. Oh, surely. Surely, chat. Surely. Surely. Starbit, Champion of Aphrodite. Snow Waddle. Catapult. Fumarole. Wait. I don't think we pulled Fumarole in the last box. That's crazy. We also, I don't own any Soul Furies. Ash Rabbit. Ornament of Ares. Glacial Stasis. Scepter of Hela. Rumaville. Yeah, I don't own any Soul Fury. Even if I wanted to have played Soul Fury, I physically couldn't. Yeah, where are the Ouroboros? Actually, chat. We're halfway through the box. I don't own a single Soul Fury. It's kind of nuts. Helios. Jolton. Colosseum of Ares. Colosseum of Ares. Wind Scale. Ash Rabbit. Ornament of Ares. Another reverse foil Dream Mark. Huh. You had to borrow a Soul Fury for card party? Like, that's so real. That's so real, Yoda. Tell me. Like, I'm telling you, chat. Let's save Hephaestus for last. Let's go Ares next. We still have half the box. I'm telling you, like, Soul Fury and Ouroboros, like, those cards don't exist. They're not real. Half Storvin. Winjin. Lumaru. Astrel. Glacial Stasis. Scepter of Hela. Kappa. Another Pen Tower? Let's go! Chat? Penthouse is so up right now. Penthouse is so up right now. I cannot complain about a second full art Pen Tower. Now I get to play one. And now I have one for the collection. Thank you for the hydrate, pleasant. We all have a little bit under the weather, so apologies if my voice is kind of shaky today. Or a tad sick, or a tad sick. But nothing is gonna stop me from opening shiny cardboard. Nothing at all, chat. Nothing at all. I need a third one to loan out to Fwin. That's such a silly concept. You can't say but good luck. Thank you. I hope we pull a Corvusmith in your honor and an Ouroboros. Blue Tracks, Nimbug, Omicron, Sorcoon, Anisel, Ornament of Ares, Starbit Reverse Foil, Exalted. No Corvusmiths, chat. That's crazy. Yeah, no Corvus Smiths. How am I supposed to show off these cool cards, chat? How are we supposed to show off these cool cards if we don't pull them? Not sweet. Zip puzzle. Ooh. Zip muzzle. Wind scale. Ash rabbit. Oval. Neblio. Lumavale Wicked One. Also, like, where are the Lumavales? Not that I really care, but like, I'm sure Lumavale is a cool deck that other people might play. How has Elopsa been doing lately? Well, we got 3rd place at a big tournament, then I got kinda sick. But that's alright. I also went on a business trip, and the travel was terrible. Ninja. Hivo. Ooh. What's this one? So cool. Real bright. Coliseum of Aries. Rhino. This may be a low roll box. We still have a decent amount of. If we pull an Ouroboros, it is instantly a high roll box. That's all I'm going to say. Is at this point I have confirmed that Ouroboros is more rare than a god pack. Deloby. Electric Lorvicel. Coliseum of Air. I've jinxed myself. Oh, come on. Neandersloth. Polarul. Bordron. Zapta. Oh, man. Chat, where is the Ouroboros? Also, no Corvus Smith. No, we're gonna get back on the content. It might be a little bit sporty as I recover, but we're getting back on the content line. For Smog, Noxoid, Zip Possum, Coliseum of Aries, Twindra, Ruminant, Breakaway, Coliseum of Aries, Celestial. Alright, chat. We have just the Hephaestus packs left. And these could go crazy. These could go nuts. Surely the Hephaestus packs go crazy, chat. Surely these cards go bonkers. Very smart. Noxley, Jolton, Walkway, Whimscale, Gordon, Ruminous, Ectoplasm Reverse Foil, Starbit, Champion of Aphrodite with no texture. So I suppose we have 2 of these now. Huh, this is looking oddly similar to the other box. The other box also had a Pentella full art and a Starbit full art. Let's give the 3rd pack some luck, surely. Surely the 3rd pack some luck, chat, surely. Hello, Triton, how are you? Welcome on in. The same full art, Paleo, Deloby, Nagneros, Ooh, Edward. Okay, here we go, chat. This is Corvus Smith. So, Tesu had to leave, but y'all can still see their chat messages over here. This is their designed Elestral Corvus Smith. So shout out to Tesu for making actually a pretty interesting Elestral. So Corvus Smith targets an artifact rune in your underworld and puts it at the bottom of the deck, which then forces your opponent To expend spirits equal to the enchantment card of the cost you have. So, this card recycles a resource and then burns your opponent, which is kind of interesting. Very unique mechanic. We have not seen that in the game. So kind of neat. You have an introspective question today. Pulverer. Another Pulverer. And a Dragon. As an enemy of the channel, you're obligated to root against me pulling Ouroboros. That's crazy. Okay, this is the third pack because there's 6 of each design. So surely the third pack has something crazy. Voltuga, Platypus, Halacub, Armador, Signectric, Twilight, Ectopossum. Oh, look, chat, it does have, look. We have another foil Hydrake. One more, and we'll have a playset. And the Zephyr. Chat, the whole family. They're so cute. Chat, the whole family. The whole family, chat. How exciting, how exciting. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of having the whole family. We have Storm, Crackle, Nimbug, High Voltage, Fox's Horn, Silcoon, Rhino, Rhino set, and another Rhino set. A lot of Rhino sets, actually, from these past couple of boxes. Family photo, real into. So you do mean this in a general sense. Let it rip. You have one very specific example in mind, which could be subjective. True, double Rhino sets. Chat, don't you know that Rhino sets come in pairs? Clearly they come in pairs, chat. Clearly. Clearly, Rhino sets come in pairs. We have Cowpup, Gloricel, Zip-Possum, Coliseum of Aries, Neanderthal, Twintwa, Leobite, Cyclovenom, and let's go, the third Occolith? Unk is so bad. That's I'm playing a game that sucks long term. So I used to play League of Legends. So as a League of Legends player, if you've never played League of Legends, I would never suggest anyone to actually play League of Legends. If you somehow end up playing the game with friends and you mute the enemy team, it's actually a very fun game. But the concept of actually engaging with the game in a multiplayer sense is absolutely terrible. Chat, surely some last pack magic, right? Surely. You don't think we can be friends anymore? Kira, I stopped playing the game. Wait, I thought you were an enemy of the channel. Do I want to do a hand cam where I make an Elestrals inspired dual disc? I have a dual disc. Chat, is there any rule that says I can't just use a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual disc to play Elestrals? I know Elestrals only has 4 zones. But, like, clearly I can just designate one of them for, like, the stadium, right? Also, hello, welcome on in, Sunshine, Lutrats, Elitip, Nevleo, Holocene of Aries, Ashwell, Doggy, Draco Ray, Foil Twilight, Celeste Leo. Still can't complain, chat. Pretty decent box. We only pulled 1, 2, 3 hollows, but we have the whole family. So I don't know if we can complain because we have the whole family. I can use the dual disc and make it Elestrals format. Because like I do have a dual disc. I have a really nice dual disc. It's very clean. I feel like modern competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Is similar in a sense. The game essentially constrains deck building to a point where it's a two-player game where both players race to be the first and not let the other play. So not let the other one play, usually by winning the coin flip. Congratulations to the full art believer. Okay. This is the real question we need to be asking. Does Sand pour over Boros? Yes or no? Chat, the real question. 2 minutes chat on this prediction. On this gamble. Do we pour over Boros in our last box? Yes or no? Very important. Very important. Oh, Snide Kid, welcome on in. Thank you. I think I could have maybe done a little bit better, but you know, I did lose to the person that ended up winning. That was allowed. And they're also one of my team members, so I can't complain. Where is the Ouroboros? Put the snake in the bag. What was that? I think the landlords are trying to pull. You're gonna remember that I don't live... you're gonna remember that I have, like, other people in the household. My hot pocket is done. Clearly. Clearly my hot pocket is done. Cat, do I pull Ouroboros? Gamble now. It was a witchcraft. So I gotta clean up the family. Not that I don't like seeing the family, chat, but we gotta clean up the family. We gotta clean up all these foils. All these foils in there. Shoutouts to Vermilord. It's actually really good that we pulled like 1 or 2 Vermilords, because that means I might have an extra one to throw into like a Luna Anvil. Do I want you to lie to me? No, I don't. I don't want anyone to have to lie to me. Okay, so here's the problem. Twitch chat is about to go into ad. And we're trying to start opening the next box. The odds aren't looking good then, goodness. So how do we want to handle this? How do we want to handle this? Twitch chat is going into the ads. And we need to start opening the next box. Do we take a dual live, you deal break? Did we throw on Duel Live in the short span of time? Plug the field center much? It's off of the pre-order period. So if y'all want the field center, you'll have to wait till production is done. And fulfillment is done. So you can pay full price for the field center. Thank you for supporting the Sand Sally Field Center. It was very exciting to meet the pre-order minimum. It's the first time I've ever done that for merch, so, you know, interesting and unique. Plug the other merch then, real and true. Chat, get your Sand Sally desk mat. Get your Sand Sally keychain. Get your Sand Sally stickers. Get your Sand Sally standee. Shop Sand Sally. What about the Sand Sally Industrial Air Fryer? That one might be a little bit of a... That one might be a little bit of a hard sell. That might be a tough sell. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if we can do that. I'm not sure. Cat. What if I throw on Duel Live for like 5 minutes as we go check as to what was going on with that alarm? Y'all love Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, clearly. Clearly y'all love Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We'll be back. So good news, chat. The landlords are not burning down the house. That is great news. Wonderful news. The landlords are not burning down the house. We love that news. Hi, Ismizzle. Thank you for hanging out. Bujin isn't real. That's just a... Bujin is just a text-to-speech and Tenji. Kenji Redeemer. Bujin does a lot more things than that. Bujin contributes interesting commentary. The bad news is that the landlords are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor too. Who in the A for Max? Tune Remix. Is that cast terrible? What kind of sick twisted duelist? What kind of sick twisted duelist? Now it's a good thing we're going back to opening like a cool card game. We're so bad, cat. We're so bad. Would you rather play Tenpai? Chad, do you want to see something funnier than the dance? Oh, Zuzu. Mouse and bunnies in my stream. Zuzu and the Raiders. Welcome on in. You've come for my pretty cardboard. Oh, the name's Santon Salieri. Sansally for short. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor. The One Piece TCG. Sometimes I do odd. I'm a pretty darn good Elestrals player, which we're gonna open now. If you want my cardboard, you're gonna have to go through me first. Hello, hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. This is the hold up. Yeah, this is Elestrals. If y'all don't know what Elestrals is a TCG. It has a 40 card main deck and a... Leah! Goodness me, double raid! Girly! How are you, Leah? How are you? How's Danny? Thank you! We did get third place! Double raid! Gosh, I'm gonna have to shout y'all back to back. Let's get the shoutouts early. Yeah, hello Raiders. Let me really quick shout out our first raid so we can get the Leah raid. Apologies, Tat. You came into the Alestro stream. If y'all don't know me, the name's Santon Salieri. Sansally for short. I'm a TCG lobster lady who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor. The One Piece TCG. Sometimes I do odd. And I'm not too shabby at a card game called Elestrals, which we're cracking open tonight. If y'all didn't know, Elestrals is a TCG with a 40 card main deck, a 20 card spirit deck. Spirits function as mana, but the unique thing is they also double as your life. And chat, do y'all know what Elestrals' newest set, Sunstrike? You can get 2 tournament ready decks and 4 booster packs for the low price of $30. Hashtag not sponsored. I was the start of the chain that led you to meet Zuzu. So Raiders, welcome on in. If y'all have not heard of Elestrals, you're probably gonna hear way too much of it tonight. I am allegedly the 36th best Elestrals player in the world. Just know that I could have placed higher. I got 3rd place at a recent in-person event that they had. I was celebrating by opening Elestrals. Actually no, Elestrals is very, very affordable. It's a super cheap TCG. They have it on TCG Player. Like I mentioned, you can get 2 tournament ready decks and 4 booster packs for the low price of $30. Elestrals does functional reprints, where they reprint a lot of older cards. You can get a lot of staples in their starter decks as well. You can play these tournament ready out of the box. And you can also combine the decks that you get in these starter decks to do other stuff. There's a unofficial online marketplace as well. You can pick them up on TCG Player. You can head over to the Elestrals website, find the store locator, and see if there's a shop near you. Very affordable, pretty cheap. The most expensive cards that aren't like alternate tend to only be like maybe $5 at most. And that's like maybe 20 for a super, super rare card, but those are very few and far between. Yeah, there's a lot of really neat arts actually. I can show you one of my favorite Elestrals, Penteller, though the tracking's gonna lose me. This is Penteller. He is a very big dragon, who is the ascension of Hydrake here, a cute little boy. Hydrake turns into Twindra and eventually into Penteller. And in the newest set, we have the new 4-art Penteller, which is a gorgeous card with phenomenal foiling. And you get some very, very, very cute textured effects that y'all can see on the card. Elestrals is pretty unique and interesting. It's actually very similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! In DNA. And I show off my plush of Sundial. Do I have Sundial nearby? But Elestrals does have plushies. Let me go grab a cute little guy. This is my goat. This is my horse, Sundial. He is a cutie. And he is a very marketable plushie. Currently Elestrals is speeding up a lot this format. Prior, it was getting kind of close to Edison speed, so it's kind of Edison speed right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe a little bit faster for some decks, but it's about Edison speed. The earlier sets of Elestrals were very similar to like Gold format Yu-Gi-Oh! But the game is pretty complex. He is very cute. He is one of my favorite Elestrals. What about the Field Center? Fine, we will show off the Sand Sally Field Center, which is currently going to be in production. Thank you again for supporting Lobster Activity. For when your opponent is comboing, look no further than hours of ADHD entertainment with the Sand Sally Field Center, featuring foil details and a signed Sand Sally bag. We've convinced many people to try Elestrals. Unfortunately, there's no official online sim. Elestrals booster boxes are pretty straightforward. You get a very cute box topper, which is sometimes a serialized card, but that like never happens. You get a very cute box topper, and you get 24 pack deep boxes for the most part. One really cool thing about Elestrals actually, so I like to dump out the packs. They actually put art inside of their booster boxes. Some games, it's like kind of blank. But Elestrals puts like a decent amount of care into a lot of their products and things, so you can kind of see the art that they've got going on in the box. For some of the full arts they have in the set, and I think that's pretty darn neat. Now, I think enough time has passed that I can finally shout out Leah, which, by the way, Goldie, if you had the raid in one, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. If y'all don't know Leah, Leah is a VTuber who enjoys many card games and also commenting on lot of stuff. Like woman, loving woman, tolerating men on occasion. Elestrals is a pretty interesting TCG. It has in my opinion, one of the most unique resource systems I've seen. I've heard people compare it to Flesh and Blood. If you've ever seen Flesh and Blood. I've never personally played Flesh and Blood, so I can't speak too deeply on it. The thing that makes Elestrals resource interesting is that your mana doubles as your life. You are not color locked like a lot of games, so you can pretty much mix any cards you want together. But you have to make sure you have the right color spirits. Otherwise, if your spirits elementally don't match the Elestral or card that you're playing, you're not going to get the card's effects. Which sometimes, interestingly enough, comes up. But that's part into the skill of the game, is kind of balancing your resources and making sure that you do properly, you know. You do properly go about managing your resources in order. I like to separate it by art. And I like to open the packs based on the art. You can just pull them out of the box as is. This is just something I like to do. I've always found the resource system to be pretty, like, unique. And it's actually fairly balanced as well. You like stuff from Duel Masters to Chaotix? Chat, shoutouts to Chaotic, by the way. Chaotic has announced that it's coming back. If y'all didn't know. Chaotic has announced that they're bringing its TCG back. You can go to their website to find out more details. There's a lot of people really excited for its return. So that's like huge for Chaotic. So I got third place at this event. So I decided that we're gonna open 3 boxes. This is box number 3. Digimon card game is still going. Yeah, I've heard. Actually, okay, Digimon I've seen the concept of, and it actually has one of the most interesting, like one of the more interesting resource systems as well. Its death was highly exaggerated. Really. I think a lot of people allegedly missed the game. Allegedly. You're more into Dragon Ball TCG, but you think it's more of a collector's piece than like a game. Yeah, because they like discontinued the other one, and then they made another one. I know people actually really liked the Naruto TCG, like they really liked the gameplay of that one. Glismog, Rinjin, Coliseum of Ares, Coliseum of Ares, the Armory. So Elestrals does this thing called titles, where these 2 cards have a different title underneath in that little box. So these are functionally 2 different cards, despite sharing the same name. And in Elestrals' newer sets, Divine Champions, which is their like second run of sets. So right now we're in set 7 with Sunstrike, and we're gonna finish up set 8 with the recently announced Snowshade. Each set in Divine Champions features divines. So it will feature 2 new divines. So the newest ones are Ares and Hera. So Sun, like Ares, the solar death, and Strike. I like how swiftly lightning strikes with the ever striking Hera. You play Heroes in Yu-Gi-Oh! Diabolon and Digimon, and you tried out Bears and Elestrals. You request that I help you playtest a homemade TCG. I suppose I can try that. I suppose. Colosseum of Aries again. Oh wait, no, I just I put it back in the stack. I'm so silly. Twindra. Let's see, we're grabbing multiple cards. Penguin. Catabasis. We have a... So, Elestrals packs are guaranteed at least one foil. This is the reverse foil slot. And Doggerbids! Okay. So this is what a regular foil looks like compared to a reverse foil. You'll see that the reverse foils have foiling alternating on the edges and the border and on the Elestral itself. Whereas regular foils are specifically on the edge of the card and on the Elestral back. And then this is a spirit card, which is the mana. There's a bunch of different spirit arts. The newest set is really cute. They have everyone having a little buddy. The thing that I like about Elestrals is because of the resource system, there is a lot of good back and forth. Elestrals has cards called Counter Runes, which are very similar to Yu-Gi-Oh's trap cards. They have to be set a turn before you can use them, so it shares a lot of DNA with Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. The main difference is that there is no main phase 2. And obviously Elestrals has a resource system. Oh, thank you, Bushin, for sponsoring yet another Santa Sally giveaway, which I need to start those soon for the merch bundles. We have Noxoid, Blue Trap, Hydrate, High Voltage, Toxic Storm, Silcoon, Armament of Aries, Family of Hera, and Infornax. You can tell the rarity of the card by the little thing at the bottom. This one has a little dot in it, so it's a rare. This one is closed, so it's uncommon. And the ones that are not closed are common. The internet exploded for a moment. Goodness me. Is there a turn 0 in Elestrals? Not currently. Elestrals has a draw phase, but there's no current turn 0. Elestrals also has a mulligan system. So imagine in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you paid 1,000 life points, you would get to fully mulligan your hand. Which means you would turn all 5 cards in your starting hand, shuffle the deck, and then draw 5 new cards. Hello, Zephyr Arcade! You went to Petco and saw a white lobster and said, OMG, Sand Sally. How are you? Hello, Zephyr Arcade. Welcome on in. You don't want to imagine D-Shifter in Elestrals? Yeah, Elestrals doesn't really do hand traps. Thank you for the head taps. We're celebrating my recent win in Elestrals TCG by opening more Elestrals. Yet. Yeah, 1,000 life points for a mulligan. So Elestrals has a 20 card spirit deck. So if you compare that to 8,000 life points in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like every one spirit is 500 life points. So you expend 2 spirits in order to do a full mulligan. And you can mulligan as many times as you want. It just costs you spirits and resources in order to do so. Hat Puff, Champion of Aphrodite. Strawberry, Champion of Aphrodite. Snow Waddle. Boomerang. Anacell, Supercharged. Armament of Aries. Glacial Stasis. Another reverse foil eruption. Chat, this is our third chat. We can finally give Pen Tower to our friends. Chat, let's go. The third copy of Pen Tower, chat. Let's go. Now our friends can... This one also has the texturing on it. Now our friends can borrow a copy of Pen Tower from us. In theory, you could mulligan yourself to death and lose before the game starts. Actually, you cannot mulligan yourself to death. So in Elestrals, when you hit 0 spirits, aka 0 life points, you don't lose the game. You only lose when you would expend, aka take damage, past 0. The reason why that is because you could still have spirits on your board. So while you still have spirits on your board or an Elestral in play, and as long as you haven't taken lethal damage, you are still in the game. So even if you mulligan 10 times, effectively taking 20 spirits of damage, you would be unable to mulligan one more time to actually, like, deal lethal damage to yourself. True, I can play 3 forward. Posture check 2. It is just another Pen Tower. Nothing feels more empty than when your opponent passes the turn and you have no spirits left in your deck or your field. That does feel pretty empty. This is true. Is there a card that deals damage to yourself? There are quite a few of them. The problem is you can't activate any of them without spirits. Because any cards you want to play, you need to have spirits in order to use them. Paleoff Champion of Tourney. So hypothetically, you could try to mulligan 9 times and end up with a hand with a card that burns you for damage. Lava Cell. Lumaru. Hawkwave. Oh, Red Meow, welcome on in. Hi. Doggy. Luminous. Breakaway. Lumaru again. Aries. Okay, it's actually a good pickup. I actually didn't have a third copy of Aries. Oh wait, no, we do. We have the Full Lord. Still a good pickup. We could hypothetically make an Aries deck for someone if we pull some more copies of this. Self-decay is possible, though it is kind of rare. It is not impossible, though. Don't stray from the goal. I'm trying. I'm really trying. There's a very short printed card in this set that I've been trying to get my hands on. This is LB. Zip Whistle. Nimble. Netleo. Neanderthal. Leo Blade. Rhino. Luminous Reverse Foil. Cover Abyss. Between me and several other people at my local game store, we have not pulled a single copy of a card. Oh, okay, we've only pulled one copy of a card called Ouroboros. So we're trying to see if we can pull that. But at this point, I'm just convinced that it's short printed and the card just might not exist. Despite me pulling it, I would like to pretend that the card just doesn't exist. You don't ever get that feeling. This is Bull Tuka. Elitip. Havoc Cup. Yeah, chat. I have 6. I have 6 more serialized cards that I've pulled from boxes this set than I do Ouroboros's. Because I've pulled 3 God packs and an additional serialized card. Elestrals does serial cards. They're called Stellars. They're very cool. I'm not flexing. It's a problem. Elstral bit. What? Cookery. Cereal. I also really like the spirits this set. Like, they're all buddied up with each other. Like, look at this floor mine sleeping with the other floor mines. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, they're so cute. We're struggling out here, Kira. We're struggling. I cannot complain about a full art from the Hephaestus. You're back? What did you miss? We have the 3rd pen tower, so now we can share a pen tower with our friends. And we pulled an Aries, which is kind of nice. Still no Ouroboros. That's all I'm saying, chat. Still no Ouroboros. We have Ursmog, Champion Hestia, Noxoid, Globicel, Coliseum of Aries, Toxiswarm, Lehovite, Mining, High Voltage. We have 4 Dragalis, which, are you a textured? This is an untextured full art, but a full art nonetheless. Dragalis Champion of Aries is one of the new solar top ends. If you disenchant spirits in any combination of solar or fire from my stadium or artifact wounds, you can target and destroy that many cards. So a pretty strong effect, being able to potentially target and destroy multiple cards. Cannot complain about 2 forwards. Cannot complain. But where is Ouroboros? Big chicken, chat. Big chicken. The borders are looking very clean. I do kind of like that about Elestrals, like, full arts. How they kind of bleed over the edges like that. I do like that a lot. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Yeah, like even the box top, but does like a really good job too. I agree. I do like the flame breaking. Maybe Ouroboros isn't necessary. No, we need Ouroboros. Melody. Very small. Lava Cell, featuring a bear, by the way. Lumaru, Dougie, Neanderthal, Ectoplasm, Foil Scepter of Hell, Imperial. So these have been like pretty standard boxes so far. I'm not complaining. I am definitely never going to complain about having a playset of Full Art Pantera. I will be a little concerned if we don't pull any Ouroboros. We have Noxoid, Blue Twix, Zip Blossom, Porkway, Twin Tour, Gordon. Ooh, the reverse foil glacial stasis is really pretty. This foil looks really nice in person. Like, it's coming up gorgeous on the camera. It's looking really nice in person. Ooh, a full art Duggabiz. Let's go. Chat, 3 full arts. So Duggabiz is the ascension of Dougie, which is the nexus form of Curvabiz and Eddie. So Elestrals does these things called Nexus forms. I'll kind of explain what that is. You know how there's 8 elements? Some Elestrals have different forms in other elements. So Database is the Earth version of Clover Abyss, which is this little water creature that is swallowing ship's hull. Y'all can kind of see the family relation, right? But that's actually another neat thing that Elestrals does, is they have these little Nexus forms. And you can see a lot of these like Elestrals in different element types. Not every single Elestrals has a Nexus form right now, but some do. The before and after of demonic possession? What? Goodness me. Goodness me. Ducky turned into nightmare fuel. I like Clover Abyss. So if y'all are afraid of the oceans, apologies. Tapa, Nimbus, Nebula, Coliseum of Aries, Toxisform, Sokun, Luminous, Draking, Curvus. Poseidon is real in this era too. Sluggo is real and can hurt you. This is true, chat. There's a lot of good support for Poseidon in this set. We have some new champions of Poseidon. But this is Boltuga, champion of Hephaestus. Jolteon, Walkway, Neville. Look, chat, this is Doggy. Say hi, Doggy. Doggy turns into Dogabit. Kind of like how, you know, Charmander turns into Charmeleon. Doggy isn't Sluggo real and true. What? Luminous? Reverse Royal Coliseum. Ah! So I can compare and show y'all. So this is the foiled Regalis Champion of Aries. And then this is the full art. So y'all can see the difference. So a lot of the time foils in the set, some of them are featured as full arts. Not every single one, but like, you know, ones that would be like cool and iconic. Thank you. Thank you for saying hello to Doug. You saw there's a crying Sluggo card? Yeah, that's Sluggo Champion of Poseidon. What are we astounded by, man? What are we saying a wow about, man? Also, did I say Xin Jiao Jiao Ban yet? Apologies. Well, like San Jiao Jiao Ban. Here we are. Bellowby. Okay, Elechick is interesting. So do you see how this title says escaped from Tartarus? Elestrals does something very interesting. They do these things called functional erratas. When certain cards are permanently banned or find themselves on the ban list, completely restricted, they get retrained and get printed functional erratas with different titles. So in the future, the original Elechick might come off the ban list, but for now, we have Elechick escaped from Tartarus, because Tartarus is where all the banned Elestrals go. Who hurt Sluggo? That is a great question. We should find out, so we can kill them! Coliseum of Aries. And this one. Winter. Wake away. Ooh, reverse foil Fumarole. And a Lumaville. If the card is unbanned, can you run both copies? It depends on the card, but you should be able to. Because all the Escaped from Tartarus cards have a title. Oh my god, is that the Josh Bean Soldier? Josh, I have a playset of Penteller. I also now own a playset of Duggabyss, which... Someone please buy my playset of Duggabyss. No Ouroboros though. So that was all of the Aries card packs. Okay, chat. First person in the chat to call it. Do we open Hera or do we open Aeolus? Call it, chat. First person in the chat. Either chat. We're opening Hera. Congratulations, Kira. I'm telling you, Ouroboros is short printed. I am telling you, I'm convinced that Ouroboros is short printed. You didn't falter this time. That's my goal. That's my horse. It's the Where's Waldo? Exactly. Yellow? Hera is the newest Thunder Divine. And she is striking with fury. Probably something to do with her husband. Tortuga. Is it possible? High voltage. Horrible. Horror smell. Wind scale. Horrible. Not the reverse foil bag of winds. Oh no. This is a problem. Tons of effects. Not the reverse foil bag of winds. Not the reverse foil bag. Helios. Nimbus. Hello, Phoenix. Windjin. Hypnoism. Ash Rabbit. Ducky. Gordon. A reverse foil Lycoris. Chat! Chat, it's Ouroboros! Chat! Wake up! Chat, wake up! Everyone wake up! It's real! It's real! Chat! Doubters in shambles! We pulled Ouroboros, chat! We're so back, chat! We're so back! I think this card is gonna end up being like $30 or something. Holy, you really are a fake fan. Doubters in shambles. Chat, let's go? Chat, we've done it! Chat, we pulled Ouroboros! I at least have a semi-functional set, even if we don't have a playset. Chat, we've opened like 6 boxes of Sunspike. We need a Sand Sally chat, Kona. What do you mean a Sand Sally chat? What do you mean? What's the counter? What are we counting? Chat, this is the best day ever. Chat, break out the field center. It's clearly time to party. One shot for every chat mention goodies. Okay, surely we can get 2 overballs in the same box, right? Chat, surely. Hello, V. Play small. Height weight. So this is the new Drag Kid Champion of Poseidon, and he's what turns Poseidon online. Because you can finally switch Poseidon. Neanderthal. Okay, well you could switch it with Plucky, but Twintwa. Luminous. Ooh, this for your love is the wicked. Chat, I may not pull another Aura Borphos for the rest of my life. You're not convinced. Also, chat, Ouroboros is actually another one of the cards that was designed by a community member. Shoutouts to Neil before me, who designed Ouroboros. Probably the hardest card to pull in this set. And it is just a holo. And a world living. Okay, chat. We have about 8 packs left after this one. Surely a second Ouroboros, right? Surely. 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 Blue Traps. Jolton. Hawkwind. Nebliho. Astrabbit. Armament of Hills. Glacial Stasis. Fox's Cool. If I have biblical levels of greed, it would be worth it for another Ouroboros. Oh man, I saw the purple border. I'm like, oh, there's no way it's a Lumavale. Boo! Boo! This should be Ouroboros. Boo! I suppose shoutouts Kevin. Getting the real Luna pools, I suppose. Chat, where's the Ouroboros? It's right here, but like, where's the second one? Chat, where's the second one? Surely, the playset of Ouroboros, chat, surely. Half Orbit. How a chick escaped from Tortoise. My greed sickens you. Good. Good! Why sweet? Signet. Scepter of Hell. Let's go! Chat! We almost have a playset of the family. Corruption. More family. More family time. You know, with this actual eruption, that means I can probably build a turtle deck to give out to someone. This is the last Hella pack. Clearly, women have never steered us wrong. Women have never steered us wrong. Woman brought us Ouroboros. Tackle. Lyceros. Blavicel. Coliseum of Ellie. Eddie. Twilight. Ectoplasm. Family of Hera. Let's go! Full-on Argo? Chat, this is our playset of Full-on Argo. So Sunstrike does have a little bit of variance. Sometimes you can pull multiple full arts in one box. So this is our 4th full art of the box plus an Ouroboros. We are so plus 10. It's a very nice full art as well. Fargo, real and true. Oh, chat. So this is the new Eddie. You can see cover this in the back behind Edward. But this is the Water Nexus form of Doggy. Eddie is the original, Doggy is new. So say hello to Edward. Hello, Gex! Elestrals is still alive. In fact, Elestrals just had another very big in-person tournament in San Diego, California, which I happen to get third place at. Alright, last 6 packs in the box. Surely we can get another Overboros, right? Surely we can finish the playset of Overboros, surely. Hello, APK fan. Thank you for the follow. This is Lou Trap, the cutie. This is Magneros, Jolkin, Havocard, Sokun, Leo Bright, Blinium, a reverse foil Penguin, which I actually kind of like. I'm very excited for this card. Hera, let's go. Gonna be a great card for all these decks that we're going to be building. So if y'all who just came in for the raid don't know, I do a thing where every couple of months I pull together all the spare Elestrals cards I have and a couple extra cards I pick up from people to mail out decks to like my community and people who are interested in trying out Elestrals. They're pretty much free. Y'all just have to be in the Discord, and when I post it, say that y'all are interested in the deck. I'm going to try to build like a couple different decks, or at least have a couple available for people to choose from. Elestrals is a very affordable game, even if you don't get one of those decks and you kind of want to try it on your own. You can get 2 tournament ready decks and 4 booster packs for the low price of $30. These decks are very competent. They include a lot of staple cards. So if you usually buy a double starter deck, you can get almost like an entire suite of staples, and you might just need to pick up like 1 or 2 extra. Elestrals is also on TCG Player. So shoutouts to Algo. Huge, by the way. We have 5 packs left in the box, and this box is already pretty insane. Elestrals just had a World Championship this year. Shoutouts to Yu-Gi-Oh! Player Mike Thomas, aka Trishula, who won World. Electric, Lumaru. And Elestrals is not slowing down anytime soon. So if y'all are interested, it's actually a very cheap and affordable game to get into. Anacel, Ash Rabbit, True, that's my goat. That's my horse. Very cute reverse foil. I really love the wine nymph in this art. I love how he's just so excited. He's so ready to go do whatever he has to do. Celestial. Did Trish design a card? Trish has a divine, and for winning the World Championship, you do get to design a card, but we probably won't see Trish's card for a little bit. But you can get yourself a Trishula Creator promo, which I do have, but I don't want to fish out to show off. You're so ready to give you discounts. True. A creator divine. So, divines in this game are kind of like continuous spells that are used to facilitate game plans, usually. And they're separate cards from your Elestrals, which are like your Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. So Trish has his own divine. It's a promotional card, so it can't be used in official tournament play, but you can use it in casual. So he has a created divine. You can only get it from him, though. Yeah, you can find it on the Elestrals Collect site. But if you specifically wanted a Trishula, you can only pick up a Trishula from Trishula. Stop it. Lava Cell. Zip Blossom. Pathway. Isolate. Catabases. Armament of Aries. Leovite. Rhino Set. You probably didn't know about it in your defense, Lucian. I suppose you could have asked him at YCS Congress, but... It is a tragedy that Sundial doesn't have a card in this set. They should print Sundial in every set. Yeah, I kind of wish I could have met Judio. Unfortunately, I was busy playing Elestrals. Also, I don't think I would have made it all the way out to Columbus. Stop it. Ella Chicken. Havoc Club. Vomit. Foxy Swan. Silcoon. Ectoplasm. Another eruption that is now a playset to give out to someone. And a cyclone. Shoutouts to whoever's getting the eruption playset. I'm sure Judio is the sweetest player in person. Judio loves the game so much. Shoutouts to Judio, by the way. He is also our GOAT, our voice. We love Pedro. Hola, Goyama. I'm sure he's a great duelist to play in match as well. We have Battle, Lava Cell, Zip Blossom, Lumavu, Anacell, Master Rabbit, Cloverville, Family of Hela. Ooh! Phosphocell Ultra Charge, which means we can give out a Phosphocell deck. That one will be super fun. Phosphocell is kind of like another boss monster. It doesn't exactly have the same stat line as Penterra, but it does come with a very interesting effect. When Phosphocell is destroyed, you can target and destroy cards up to the number of solar that were enchanting it. And while this Phosphocell is enchanted with at least 2 solar, it cannot be returned to the hand and its attack cannot be negated. So for someone also looking for a big, strong Elestral, Phosphocell is another big Elestrals line, and it is a bug dragon. If you like bug-type Pokemon, Elestrals got a lot of bug Elestrals for you. He signed a card for you? Ooh, what card did you use? Chat, this is the last pack. Chat, this is the last chance for a second Ouroboros. Ooh, you got him to sign Joker. True. You know, Judio is like the biggest Vanquish Soul fan. Like, he plays a lot of Vanquish Soul. So when, like, Vanquish Soul K9 became a thing, like, that was such an easy transition. I'm going to snooze the end. There's no level number for monsters, though. This is true. They have spirits. So no divine pack, chat. We're gonna have to find out what the last card in the last pack has for us. Lyceros. Small Tuba. Nimble. Barclay. Viceroy. You couldn't find a high rarity raisin at the venue, but you had an ulti-rare Joker with you. I think I had Ray sign an ulti cross out for me. Signetric fourth one. Terralis and Exalted. So let's round up what we got from our third box. The most important card that we pulled. Ouroboros. You know what? You can have that foil. Here, you can have that foil, Terralis. I'm gonna put this one aside just for you. He tried to get Ray to sign a Hornet drone, but he was too busy at the top tables. Chat, shoutouts to Ouroboros, the legitimately short-printed card of this set. Across like 6.5 boxes, potentially 7 boxes, we pulled only 2 of these. And some people have opened 5 boxes and not pulled a single copy. Oh, Neon Bite, thank you for the follow. So how do we round up this box? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foils. 6, but Ouroboros is better than a foil. And a 4 full lines. Elestrals Sunstrike boxes are all random. So with all of y'all joining us, they're all random. Which means like you could get absolutely nothing and you could open pretty darn nuts. Let's throw it in the trade binder. It sounds like a hot ticket. I need this to play with! I only own 2. I can't even throw the Ouroboros in the trade binder, goodness me. I'm very excited to finish up the playset of Oracle though. And the playset of Pantera. And I suppose the playset of Douglas, I suppose. The Dragalis was a nice pickup. I think I might do something cute with this guy. Chat. Thank you for joining us as we open Elestrals in celebration of our recent drop. We've been kinda sick, which is why it took us a little bit to get back into the content. We're so back, chat! We're so back! We're so back. We're so back. I'm going to find a duelist to send you to. But thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. It's been a great time. Thank you again to Zuzu and Leah for the raids. I appreciate y'all hanging out and stopping by. I think my goat, my horse, Mr. Raymond Young Dai, may have just pressed go live not too long ago. So I think I'm gonna actually send y'all over there. From one 3rd place winner to another. Do check out my goat, my horse. I know hopping from Elestrals to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a little off topic, but trust me when I say that Elestrals and Yu-Gi-Oh! Share a lot of DNA. Our raid match is gonna be congrats on the 3rd place win. Sin also got 3rd. Wow, y'all are twins. Comma twin. Yeah, comma twin. Going to snoozy ads because I'm gonna send y'all over to Ray. So copy the raid message if y'all like. Ouroboros has really made the night. Ouroboros is the biggest pull we have made this entire evening. Ignore every other card. This is the biggest pull for the entire evening. Shoutouts to Neil before me. If y'all are interested in Elestrals, y'all can join the Discord and ask questions about Elestrals if you want. If y'all are ordering Elestrals, use code SANSALLY at checkout to support the channel. Or use one of our links. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. Send Ray all my love, and just remember that you're all in my thoughts. $1. Thank you for hanging out, Twitch. And thank you for coming out, YouTube. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye bye, folks.